Hey guys, I am on Builders Edition 3. It's been a very long time since I've done a build. I was trying to get into the original Builders Edition 3 and I was not able to get in. Every time I try, Roblox freezes up and kicks me. So I was just wanting to cut some trees and do stuff old-fashioned style, but that's okay. I have Builders Edition 3 creative mode and it's a lot faster anyway. So, since I haven't done a build in a while, I was thinking of building something, perhaps a beachfront came to mind. So I'm going to lay out some blueprints and get some water going. This will be my front part. I'll put out some sand, some water, and some beach chairs, and then I'll figure out some type of little houses. I think I'm going to do like houses like if you actually owned the beachfront property. So let's get to it. Let me get some water down first and work our way back. Now the water one is under textured, I believe. So let me find it. There we go. We got water. Hopefully there's a 16 by 16 if I can find it. Wall, wall, tile, moving water. Here we go. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to just lay some of these out and then we'll get it all set up with the water. I really have not done a build in a very long time. I started to do that one with the igloos, and after I got a couple of them done, I wasn't happy with the way it looked, but I hope you enjoyed the video anyway. I've been playing some other, let me turn this down. I've been playing some other settings. Hello, there we go. Some other types of games, as you can tell by the videos I've been doing. I get bored really relatively easy anymore, and so I can't focus on building anything for some reason. And once I get it going, I get about halfway and just kind of lose interest. I've joined other building games, even the Lumber Tycoon 2, and lost interest there too. Even though they have done updates and it seems to play better, I just cannot stay with it. So let me get these out and then we'll drop some wood, and through magic of editing, I will speed this process up. Okay, so I want to point out that if you are near the edge, you actually can go over it if you have a large blueprint to where the majority of the blueprint is on the property. If you go a little too far, of course, it's going to cut you off. But I believe if you stay under halfway across, it will allow you to extend out. So I just want to point that out in case you're doing a large area and you don't want to do the little extra small pieces. So there's that. Okay, there we go. And I use the dark glacier blue. Um, Naturally, it doesn't show you the glacier texture, which is fine, but it gave me the color I wanted. And that was after I used my handy dandy repaint tool to try different blues. So there's that. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm gonna have to bring the beach up to here at least. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put in at least two little cabin looking houses, not cabin, but actual houses with the up on stilts, and go from there with the houses. And I don't know if anybody's ever been to the coast or not. Some of you may not have. So the houses at the coast are up on stilts in case the water floods up, and the parking is just underneath the house, and then the house is up top. Sometimes they have a room downstairs. Usually it's just storage, and then sometimes they don't. So I'm going to play with that and see where we wind up. It may be a different video. I just kind of wanted to get this one started. Let's go ahead, since I'm doing a large portion of sand and I don't need the texture. Oops. Yes, that was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. Let me flatten that out. It's been so long since I played, I've forgotten how to do some of this. So let me put that here. I'm going to do 2 rows of the sand, I think. And that should be enough beach to deal with. So let me do that real quick and we'll figure out which, sand we want. Okay, so I just discovered there's no 16 by 16 floor tile that's a regular floor tile, so I'm going to have to do 3 across of the 8 by 8s, which is fine. But before I lay them out, I need to go to my sand and make sure that it's all going to be in the same direction. So let's find the sand. There it is. I'm going to go with the standard sand. Oh, I have it all in the wrong direction. Okay, let's check the 8 by 8s are in the right direction. So I'm going to go ahead and lay those down and fill them in. And I need to rotate my big, huge tiles. So let me get this going. Okay, so just remember when you're dealing with textures in your wood or wood grain or anything, you need to check that before you get too far on which way it's facing. So I'm going to just set this out because it's kind of hard to put it in place whenever it's messed up. Well, the tiles are hard to put in place anyway sometimes. Not all the time, but I'm going to go ahead and do it out here so I can make sure that it is the right way and matches, and then I will put it in place because it's going to take some setting. Like you got to let it drop down into its little spot. So when you move your blueprints that are not filled, all you have to do is click it and place it back down, because once you rotate the first one that is filled, it's easy to replace the other ones. Unless you've already filled them, then of course you can see which direction it is once you place it. Just don't lose your place, because then you might be like resetting more than one. Come on. This is what I mean. Sometimes they're stubborn and they don't want to go back where they belong. I don't know why that keeps kicking out. Anyway, I'm going to finish these up, and there we go. And make sure they're all flat and not bumped up, and then we'll go from there. All right, we have all my sand down. I did have a couple of them that were raised, so I'm going to get those flattened out. And then we'll go ahead and get the grass picked out for the back. And since it is coastal, they're usually really green, or they're kind of a sandy looking, like artichoke color. So I think that's it. I think that's all I had bumped up. So we have a beginning, and naturally these little blocks are going to disappear whenever the auto save hits. So now I need to figure out my grass. And actually, before I do that, let's go over this here. Let me move these out of the way. If you have the glitch tool, which I do recommend you saving up for, this is going to be a lot easier. Otherwise, you're going to have your sand sitting on top of your water. And there's no wedge blueprint that has the water effect. And if there was, it would be really hard to get that to face the direction you want. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to wedges. I'm going to have that trouble with the sand as it is. I just want to see what this looks like. So we're going to go to the wedges. We're going to go to the tiles. Here we go. Let's see. They're kind of intermixed with the regular wedges because it's by size, I think. So I'm going to just use a couple here. Let me just see. Okay, first, let me glitch out a spot. And then I'm going to try this. So I'm going to need some sand to not be perfect. So I'm going to do like this. I'm just going to do a bump. Let's see what a bump will do. Okay, now if I rotate that, and then let's create a curve. Oops, get rid of that. Let's try a smaller one. Smaller tile, smaller tile. Where would you be? One by one. Here we go. Rotate it. All right, this is going to be interesting. All right, let me fill those in with sand and see what they look like. Okay, so that's not going to work. As you can tell, there's no texture in the tiles, or is there? No, there is tile texture. It's just they're so small I can't see it. All right, well, that's not flat. Let me try. Come on. Let's just put it down. I'm just curious. That is not going to be good. Let's move that. Rotate. All right. Then let's try. Is there a 2x2? No, it's all 1 by something. Let's try a 1x2. Rotate. Okay, in order to get your slant where you want it on something like this, which doesn't look like it's going to work, I need to glitch out that. This is going to look really, really bad. I can already tell. Oops, didn't glitch it. Let's try again. All right, move this to here. And then I need to glitch this. And then put this. Is that right? Perhaps. All right. And then I'm going to drop the sand. This is a learning try. I will try it for you. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm just going to fill this in, let's see, with floor, tile, 1 by 1, floor, 1 by 1 tile. Here we go. It's going to be blocky, but I'm kind of just filling this out. This may not be able to stay. So I'm going to drop that. All right, let's see how silly this looks. I'm going to go ahead and find a menu slot to save this in. Will let me override? Overwrite. There we go. Confirm. Save success. Okay, then I'm going to reload and we will see how that turned out. If you hold shift down, you can run. So let's go see how that turned out with the glitch tool. I don't think it's going to be very good, but we're going to check it out. Nope, it was not very good. So what I'm going to do is delete all that after I glitch out my water again. It was worth a shot. So there you go. Maybe you can figure out a way to make it work. If, say, your sand is thicker, maybe it might work, but not if they're all tiles. So I'm just going to destroy that little mess and continue on with the grass. I'm going to do this video in several segments. So I'm going to put the grass down and let you see how that is, and then I will do a second video on this build to get the houses started. Perhaps I'll just get back into building. It's been a really, really, really long time. So I'm going to throw some grass down before ending this video, and we'll go from there and see how it looks. Okay, so I have my grass down. I just need to fill up this last edge, and there you go. I've got the beginning of my beach build, and this will fill in whenever I reload, so that'll work. And hopefully you guys will tune in to my next video and see the progress, and I hope that I can help some of you with any tips or tricks. We shall see. This is Builders Edition 3. I am MammaRocks. Oh, creative mode. I am MammaRocks. Have a good day and a better tomorrow.